Yo, what's up? This is First, coming at you from the Comeback Kids. I want to welcome you back to our next and long overdue video in our series Clashing with the Comeback Kids. I've been away for, I don't know, what, a month since I've done a video. Just haven't made time for it, but figured it had been a while. Thought I probably ought to check in on the progress we've been making here on the base. And so, yeah, you can see just been grinding out the farming and upgrading buildings, and loot's been hit and miss. But yeah, I've been able to keep the builders busy at least. I got one builder available and 5.2 million gold. Probably going to start another Tesla. When you look at, I got my first Tesla this morning. That was why the builder, oops. The builder came free. So there's my first max Tesla. And when you look at those Teslas, 99 damage per second. Now, I think once you max out these Archer towers, you probably get to 99 or something close to it. But for right now, upgrading an Archer tower for even more, because the Tesla costs 5 million, this costs 6.5 million, you get to 86. So you're doing more damage. And it's shooting more frequently. Obviously, the Tesla is, every split second it's sending out a shock, whereas the Archer tower's shooting once a second, I think. And so, yeah, and not to mention the fact that the Teslas do double damage on P.E.K.K.A.s and Go Wipe. Ever since Hog Rider raids went out the window, Go Wipe has become Go Wipe and Go Wee Wee have become two very popular attack strategies in Clan Wars. So yeah, I've been upgrading that Tesla and upgrading this Tesla, and I might very well start. In fact, I'll go ahead and do it right now. Might as well. No time like the present, right? There we go. We're down to almost no gold. So I've been doing that, upgrading defenses as I have available loot and available builders, upgrading my king. Started at 15 and 15. Actually, I think the Archer Queen was only a 14 or a 13 when I went Town Hall 10. Now she's 15, and I've been doing Barb King back to back, trying to get him up to 20, and then I'll get started on the Archer Queen, getting her up to 20. So I got 11 hours left on the Barb King, which is kind of nice because we got a Clan War here starting in 8 hours. And so I'll actually be able to use him for this war, and then I've got enough Darky to put him back to sleep for a week and get him up to a level 19 a week from now, or a week from tomorrow, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Farming has been okay. I don't find much loot during the day. I don't check in that much during the day. I'll just come online, see if anybody in the clan needs troops, or if we get a Clan War, see how the Clan War's going. And if my shield's almost done, if I got less than an hour left, or even less than 2 hours, I'll go ahead and break the shield and go ahead and attack with pretty much this army. This is the army I've been training: 155 archers, 75 barbs. And as I increase my capacity, because I've been upgrading the army camps, I got that army camp upgraded and that army camp upgraded. Oops. And so I've got that army camp that's got 7 days left till it'll be upgraded, and then I'll be up to my last one to upgrade for 6.75 million elixir. And probably won't do that one for a while, or at least a couple of weeks, because in 5 days my lab will be available. I'll have max P.E.K.K.A.s, and then I'll want to use whatever elixir I do have, probably to upgrade wizards, or if I don't have enough for wizards, I'll take a look at barbs or freeze spells, but I'll do something in the lab. So I'll spend my elixir then, and then in the 10 days or 14 days or whatever that the lab's working, then I'll build up the elixir again and upgrade the army camp. And so but like I said, farming's been okay. I moved up to Crystal 1 because of the loot bonus, 65,000 golden elixir, 300 dark elixir. I really want to get up to Master 3 and do some farming up there. I think that even in Master 3, you can still pull out wins if you have one of your heroes and spells and clan castle troops. You can still pick up the 1-star with Barch, and you of course need the 1-star to get that loot bonus. But if I could do that, that'll fill up storages that much more quickly. You can see, let me see here, my attack log. It's not great. I've got some raids where I get dead bases. That one right there, 44%. I got a lot of loot, but was not able to pick up the 1-star. Otherwise, I try to pick up the 1-star when possible, even if that means only getting, I don't know why I even attacked. I think that attack right there for 49,000 gold, 28,000 elixir, and 339 dark elixir. I think that was a case where I was just sick of searching. I'll go 10 minutes of hitting next, and you just finally get sick of it. You're like, okay, I'm just going to go for this base. I know there's not much loot. I just got to attack somebody, because the moment I get back to my base, I'm going to have another army ready, so I might as well attack. And then in that case, I'm sure I don't see the replay, but the fact that I used 2 lightning spells, I probably almost came up short of the 50% and needed to use 2 lightning spells to get a couple more percentage points, because I only have my Archer Queen, and I did not use my clan castle, so I'm not sure if I didn't have a clan castle or if I figured it was easier to use spells. Otherwise, I'm looking at 100,000 or more, and I'm willing to attack it if the loot's not very good. Sometimes, you can see there, 13 hours ago, I had 2 raids back to back that were 200 each, 200 gold of each, 200 elixir in each raid, and then a little dark elixir. Otherwise, I'm looking for bases where there's over 1,000 dark elixir, and it's going okay. As soon as I log off, I get Town Hall sniped. I've had a few raids. There's one where they tried a legit army, got 100,000 gold, 30,000 elixir, not much. Then a little bit further down, 4 days, 22 hours ago, I got legitimately wrecked here for 120,000 gold and 200,000 elixir. Fortunately, they did not touch my dark elixir. I've got my multi-target Inferno right next to the dark elixir, and so I try to make it tough to get on that. And the reason I have the multi-target Inferno right next to the dark elixir is because I got hog raided when it wasn't right next to the dark elixir, and they were able to get into a couple of my storages and get into my dark elixir there with for 1,900 dark E. And so I had, at that moment, I remember I had one Inferno tower upgrading, and the other one was kind of on the top left of the base. It was kind of up here. That was the one, whereas this one was upgrading. And I should have swapped him, but he was able to get my dark elixir, and that, let's see here. If you look, yeah, the archers were going to be just out of range. Once the hogs took out the defenses, the archers were just outside of the range of that dark elixir. So anyway, it's been going all right, just grinding it out. That's my typical army, and 5 lightning spells is what I take with me, and then I try to have my Archer Queen with me as well, because I find that picking up those extra percentage, or if the dark elixir is behind a couple of walls, I can use Barch to clear out a lot of the buildings, and then send in the Archer Queen to go get the dark elixir. So yeah, it's or gold storage, elixir storage too, but the beauty of dark elixir storage is there's only one of them, and so that if there's 3,000 dark elixir available, or 2,500, or 2,000, or whatever number, a big number, and there's not much in the collectors, it's all in that one dark elixir storage. Whereas if you have that scenario with the storages for elixir and gold, it's spread out evenly into 4 gold storages or 4 elixir storages, and so it just means you can't really target to go get all of them. With Barch, you're basically going after the elixir and gold collectors, the dark elixir collectors, and you can get into 1 or 2 storages if they're not too far from the outside. So anyway, that's enough rambling about that. I will say that when I've been able to sit down for a couple of hours and just raid, if I know I'm sitting in front of the TV watching a game or something, and just want to raid for a while, what I've been able to do is use gems to boost 1 barrack And then I usually boost my Archer Queen as well. So 1 barrack and my Archer Queen, so 20 gems. And the way the math works is I'm able to train a new army every 12 and a half to 13 minutes. Now that requires filling up that boosted barrack, because obviously what I'll do is, this is typically what I'll do when they're boosted. This will be an unboosted barrack, 75 archers, unboosted barrack, 75 archers, a boosted barrack, and I don't know why I picked the third one. It's kind of a weird thing I do. Boosted barrack of 75 barbs, and an unboosted barrack of 60 archers. And that'll be it. And when I get back after searching for, what seems like 10 minutes for a raid, I do a raid, I come back, that barrack that's been boosted will be empty. It will have already taken care of, because it's, I don't remember, let me see here, 75 times 20 seconds, whatever that is. But it will have long since cleared these out, and then this will be sitting empty. And so at that point, I'll just fill it up with archers. And then every little while, every 5 minutes, probably in 5 minutes, by the time this thing were to empty out again, then all the army camps would be full. But yeah, that way, and then the Archer Queen takes, if she dies completely, she takes 58 minutes. And so if I boost her, then that boost actually starts, I believe, it seems like it starts as soon as you start clicking next for raids. I'm quite certain of that, because when I get back after searching for 10 minutes or so for a raid, and then if I say it's about a 3-minute raid, so maybe I search for 5-7 minutes, and then by the time the raid's done, it's been 10 minutes. She'll be a good chunk of the way towards rehealing herself, and especially if I've got the Archer Queen boosted. And so I figure my only limiting factor then is her, because I want to go to war with her, in case I need her for getting a few more percentage points. I hate 49% when you got such a big loot bonus. And so basically I can raid every 15 minutes then, because she is 15 minutes. When you do 4 times boost, you cut that 58 minutes divided by 4, that's about 14 minutes and change. And as soon as she's ready, the troops in the barracks should be good to go. And so I can raid about 4 times an hour. Sometimes I'll find a snipe. I try not to give shields to folks with lots of loot, unless I've been searching for a while and I just want to take the loot to basically pay for the gold I've spent in searching. But I hate doing a town hall snipe on somebody that's got like 400 available. Even though I appreciate when people do it to me, I just hate taking that loot off the table, because there's folks out there that are obviously training legit armies, and they need armies to go after to pay for those training costs. But every once in a while I'll do it. Just depends on the mood, and I'll take that town hall snipe. And then of course I come back and start the whole thing over without having to wait. So that's my farming practice when I'm sitting down and just farming for a while. When I'm not, then I just go ahead and queue up half my barbs in one barrack and half my barbs in the other barrack, because otherwise the archers will finish before all the barbs do, and that'll give me 75. And then after I raid, I'll put the iPad away and I'll get sniped, and then I'll just attack the next time. So anyway, I want to take a quick look at the last war we had. This is our current war that we're about to go into. But we won our last war, 22-18. We have been hit and miss. We've lost a lot of wars recently. We were on a really good run, but just lately we've been having trouble. We've had not some wars where we have great attacks. I mean, look at this war here. You look at the map on their side, 6 through 10 were all 3-starred. And we did that early in the war. And then we picked up 2 stars on 3, 4, and 5, and then just couldn't really mess with their Town Hall 10s. We did get 1 star on number 1, but anyway, we got some work to do on those higher level bases. But you know, we were able to pick up those 3 stars, and that's huge. These are all Town Hall 9s. 6 and 7 are Town Hall 9s. When you're able to 3-star Town Hall 9s, it just makes it so tough for the other clan to come back. Because generally the assumption is you ought to be able to 3-star the Town Hall 8s and below, 2-star Town Hall 9s, and then if you can 2-star Town Hall 10s, you're in pretty good shape. But if you can 3-star a couple of Town Hall 9s, that makes it that much easier, even if you're not able to do much damage against the Town Hall 10s. And so that was what we did. I actually dropped down and attacked number 6 here. So, you know, even though number 1 on the list on our side attacked their number 6 because I didn't have my Barb King, and I'm still working out Go Wee Wee, or Go Wipe, I think is what I used. And I wanted to drop down to a base that I knew how I could attack, and knew that I was going to have a good chance at a 3-star, and fortunately was able to get that. I'm going to show, let me see, is there any of these raids? These are all drag raids, so there's not much excitement. Mine is a Go Wipe, and Andrew's here is a drag and balloon. I guess that was a Town Hall 8 too. I thought they had. So I guess we only 3-starred 1 Town Hall 9. But it was enough, and you know, we don't always pick up the 3 stars in the Town Hall 8s too. And so having those 3 stars was obviously huge. Anyway, Andrew did have a attack that was going really well on that top guy, and I'm going to show it to you because it just, let's see here. Why am I not seeing it? I'm probably going right past it. There it is. He did a drag raid on this guy, and I thought, as I was watching the replay, I already knew that he got a 0-star, but I thought, man, I don't know how he ended up getting a 0-star. It all went well. He was able to use balloons in the clan castle and some balloons of his to take out both air defenses on the top. Of course, those bottom air defenses can't even reach the town hall, and so he sends in his dragons. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. They're going right in the middle. Everything's going really well at this point. Now he saves 4 of his dragons and sends them in behind, but that seems to be working as well. He has 1 dragon go off here, but that's okay. He's going to pick up he, whatever dragon is going to pick up some percentage points out there. You see all these dragons congregate in the middle, and they're all enraged. I mean, at this point, you got to figure things are looking good. Well, here's the problem. There's a witch down there. You can see her skeletons. There's an archer queen down there. And those troops end up distracting these dragons to the point that they almost get the town hall. They get within 5% of having that town hall down, but it's not enough. The town hall stays standing. So you see all these dragons come over. They shoot they breathe down on the archer queen. She goes down. Now they're taking out the skeletons. You can see that town hall barely has anything left. It's got maybe 20% left right now. Down to the last dragon. Dragon turns around to start attacking the town hall. Gives it a breath. You can see, what is that, maybe 10%, 5%, and goes down. Now I'm not sure if he had his archer queen, if he'd have been able to still sneak out that 1 star. I doubt it, because you had 2 Expos here that would have been pointing at him. I don't think his archer queen's that high yet, and not to mention that there were other buildings that could potentially distract. So maybe it would have worked, but I doubt it. So the last dragon goes down. So it's one of the things about the AI of a dragon. They tend to go after troops like skeletons that can't even shoot back, and the bigger thing is, while they're distracted by the skeletons, obviously you got all these defenses shooting at them there in the middle. And so that was the death of that raid, and really too bad, because it was otherwise a well executed raid. Anyway, I was going to do a farming raid on the video here, but This is already a 20-minute video, so no sense in dragging it out even further. Basically, I've been barching, and not a whole lot of excitement there anyway. So maybe in a future video, I'll go farming while on YouTube. But otherwise, I'm going to call that the end of this video. If you want to find out about future videos, go ahead and hit subscribe down below. If you got ideas about future video content, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, keep on clashing, and we'll talk to you next time. See you.